Hi guys, I'm glad you're all here. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all the prayers. Boy, I'm feeling a lot better after being under the weather for about 3 days. Yeah, at least now my body has the ability to fight off some other type of strange mutation, some new virus. And school hasn't even started here. Think of all the things that the kids are going to be bringing home, yeah, to pass around the family. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, I am feeling so much better. Would you believe even my kitties got sick? I don't know what kind of bug it was. No, it wasn't bird flu. My kitties never go outside, so it couldn't be bird flu. I don't know what it was, but thank you for all the prayers. Now I have to catch up with all the recent activity around the world. Boy, the devil's been busy. One of Russia's most active volcanoes has erupted, spewing plumes of ash 5 kilometers, 3 miles into the sky over the far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula and briefly triggering a code red warning for aircraft. The Shiveluch volcano began sputtering shortly before, now this is important, before a magnitude 7 earthquake struck off the Kamchatka's East Coast early Sunday. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Now that is according to volcanologists from the Russian Academy of Sciences. They warned that another event, even more potent, a stronger earthquake, may be on the way. This last Saturday, Shiveluch volcano, which is located on the east side of the country, erupted at 11:45 a.m. Universal Time, causing an explosion of ash to shoot up 32,800 feet in the air, according to an email from USGS. Now, that's what they said to USA Today news website. So going to Google Earth, here is Shiveluch volcano. And then down over here was that magnitude 7.0. I did talk about this earthquake and how it is on the Japan Trench, as they call it. And up over here, yeah, is where they're monitoring what's going on with this volcano. So let's go in. Air flights were briefly shut down as a precaution because of ash. Yeah, it can be very deadly for aircraft, but it's now since then been lifted. One of the villages to the east of this volcano, yeah, look at that, way over here, was covered in ash. And I got some images that I can show you. So that would be 82 kilometers, or let's see, miles. How many miles? 51.19 miles. This village on the eastern shore of Kamchatka, the peninsula, was coated in a layer of ash on Sunday from the volcanic eruption that occurred the day before, according to footage released by the Russian state news media. Now, the magnitude 7 earthquake followed the eruption. Hours later, at 7:10 p.m. Universal Time, the magnitude 7 earthquake occurred near the east of Kamchatka, which is about 280 miles away from the volcano. The fault where the quake occurred has frequent moderate to large earthquakes, according to the USGS website. Yeah, and often tsunamis. That quake did trigger a tsunami warning that was lifted. There was no reports of minor damage or major damage, according to CNN. But buildings were being examined. The volcano eruption began around 8 hours before the earthquake. Matt Haney of the Alaska Volcano Observatory, who is the scientist in charge, said he believes that the two events are not related. Now, there was another volcano that erupted about the same time. I'm going to try and get Google Earth to go to that location. Down over here. Okay. Ebeko. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong too. Let me put a little volcano there. But that one also, too, was erupting at the same time. So what are the chances we got two volcanoes going off basically about at the same time? I've talked about how as our Earth's magnetic field gets weaker and weaker, we're going to see more earthquakes. We're going to see more volcanic eruptions around the world. Yeah, and it's basically all along this subduction zone here, the Japan Trench. So we had the 7.0, we had two volcanic eruptions, and they say they are not related to anything or to the earthquake or anything like that. I don't buy it, but that's just my opinion. The Ebeko volcano, which they classify as part of the Cruel Islands, spewed ash 2.5 kilometers or 1.5 miles high, the institute said. It did not explicitly say whether the earthquake touched off the eruptions, plural. The code red ash cloud warning briefly put all aircraft in the area on alert. The Kamchatka Volcano Eruption Response Team reported. A separate report on Sunday, carried by the official TASS news agency, said that no commercial flights had been disrupted and there was no damage to any aviation infrastructures. Now the 7.0 earthquake, right there, let me zoom into that, occurred at a depth of 18 miles below the Pacific Ocean surface. I told you before, many of you might be new, don't know this, but all earthquakes are measured from sea level. So it was 18 miles below the Pacific Ocean surface. And it had a epicenter about 63 miles east of, I'm not going to even try and pronounce it, Petropavlovsk, Kamchatka. A major city is in that region. Let me see if I can find it. See if Google Earth will take me to the location. There you go. Right there. So it's fairly close to where the magnitude 7.0 occurred at. The tremor was felt strongly by residents of that city, who reported some of the strongest shaking they had felt in a long time. Volcanologists from the Russian Academy of Sciences warned that the ongoing seismic activity in the region could be a precursor to even a stronger earthquake, potentially reaching a magnitude 9.0. They originally said within 24 hours, but it hasn't occurred. They could have a 9.0 even a month from now. The Ebeko volcano on the Cruel Islands also erupted, yeah, like I said, spewing ash 2.5 kilometers high. Yeah, so we had those three different events that they say are not related. The eruption and earthquake did not result in any immediate reports of injuries or major damage. So evidently there was light damage and maybe some minor injuries. If you know of anybody that was hurt or damaged, please put that information down below. These volcanoes are monitored by multiple types of technology, thermal imaging and remote sensing. I couldn't find any new images for thermal imaging. The last image that I could find was from, I believe, April. They also monitor gas emissions, particularly sulfur dioxide. That would provide insight into magma movement and potential eruptions. Gas emissions are often monitored using satellite data and ground-based sensors. And of course, they also do visual monitoring, which they can only confirm after it erupted. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that's got anything to do with the weakening of the Earth's magnetic field? Yeah, 3 events, all within 8 hours. Please put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.